Hey, it's the Rec Show podcast, and we are lucky enough to be visited by Baker Family Wines. And Chick Brenneman is with us today. You are the winemaker.
Yes, I
And
am.
you've been around the wine industry for a long time, right?
Yeah, about 25 years now. This was really it was a midlife crisis for me.
Okay.
That did not involve fast women or cars or vice
Right.
versa.
Okay. Well, that's
I
always
just
good.
wanted to do something different. I was a clinical laboratory
Wow.
scientist, so I was a little geeky.
Right,
I
sure.
loved that chemistry kind of stuff.
Right.
I was a home brewer too.
Okay.
And so just was having a bad day at the lab, and I came home from work, and I said, Polly, I need to change.
Well, we all reach that point
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
she says, well, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I think I want to be a winemaker.
Why
She
not?
goes, oh, okay. Well, we'll look into that. Okay.
Wives are so understanding, aren't they?
Exactly.
and you guys are in West Sacramento.
Yeah, we're in West Sacramento. We just moved there about a year ago now.
Okay.
In November 2019 was
Okay.
our sort of soft opening, grand opening.
Wow.
2568 Industrial Boulevard.
Okay. And you guys are next to what? I'm sorry.
Bike Dog Brewing.
Oh, wow.
So we
okay.
actually have a joint tap room,
Okay.
tasting room with Bike Dog in the suite next to where we actually do all of our wine production. It's been a great synergy between the two, between the two of us there. They're great people to work with. We hope that we're great people to work
Right.
with as
Sure,
well there
sure.
too. But it's a place where you can, you come down to the tap room, your other half says, I don't want to go. I don't really feel like a beer right now. And then you
Right.
can just sort of say, well, what
Hey, they
about a
got
glass of-"
wine.
There
they
you
got,
go.
They got wine too.
Yeah, and so we've just opened that since end of August is when we actually reopened after
Right.
the big
Everything.
shutdown.
Yeah.
And so we're going strong. It's winter time now, as you can see. I've got the long
Right.
sleeves on.
Right.
And we've got some tents up. We've got some heaters. So come
Okay,
on out
great.
and enjoy some wine specials. Maybe even you'll see Dusty Baker himself.
Right,
He's
right,
known
right.
to come on by.
Right. I know he's a busy guy. He's managing the Astros these days.
Yeah.
And it was nice to see his team back in the playoffs. And I always root for Dusty. And it's always nice to see him back in the game doing what he loves.
Yeah,
right?
even though he did play for LA for a number of
I
seasons.
didn't love that
this,
so much.
This whole
Yeah.
San Francisco
I didn't
look is
yeah,
just...
yeah. I didn't love that so much. And 2002, I wish that he had still been the manager after that for the Giants because I thought he deserved it. So,
But he takes it all in stride. He understands
it's a
the
job.
game.
It's a business.
job.
Yeah.
Giants.
Right.
What was it? The Cubs, the
Right.
Reds, the
Yeah.
Nats, now the Astros. And when we have these conversations about it, and I'm not a big baseball person. I just like
Right.
a good game.
Sure,
That's
sure.
exactly what he wants to.
Right. Yeah, I
just
think
want
so.
a good game.
And hats off to Dusty Baker to take that Houston Astros situation that had some background story to it, and I thought that they really needed somebody like Dusty Baker to kind of take the reins, and I thought he did a great job. So,
Yeah, the Houston gig, that was certainly unique. But the teams that he's taken over, he's really
yeah.
turned them around as well.
yeah, he's
and
won
it-
with everybody.
Yeah.
And so that's what's really great. And now you guys are winning with Baker Family Wines, and you had another wine that you wanted to show us.
We have another wine here. So Hank Aaron, home run great.
Right.
With the Atlanta Braves.
Right.
That's about all I know
755.
about. That's all I know about that part of baseball. There.
Right. Well, he broke Babe Ruth's home run record.
Yes,
Okay,
he
that's
did.
all you need to know.
Okay.
I
do know that.
Okay,
And he
and
got
so-
up to 755.
Right. He's the home run king,
Yeah.
and he's still the home run king in some people's book. And of course, we could go into other things, but let's just call Hank Aaron the home run king.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and so he's part of our team.
Right.
So, and Dusty and he, of course, go way back, and so we really wanted to put together a wine that commemorated him. He loves Cabernet.
Okay.
We went out and we sourced a couple of Cabernet vineyards
Okay.
that we thought would do very, very well. To put his name on it, because it's not just putting somebody's name on a bottle.
right.
It's really what's in the bottle.
Right.
is-
Yeah.
is
Yeah. I mean,
what's going to be.
you can put a name on anything, and if it's not very good, then it's not going to really matter, right?
So this is Cabernet Sauvignon. This
Okay.
is coming from an organic vineyard, actually at relatively high elevation in El Dorado County.
Okay.
So it's actually in the Fairplay
AVA.
AVA.
Okay.
And the unique thing about Fairplay and its AVA is, I'm told by soil scientists, it is the only AVA in California that is defined solely by soil. Now, I could be wrong.
No, that's
Yeah.
what I think I heard. We had
Yeah.
El Dorado County Wines on, what was it, a couple weeks ago. And, we were talking about that exact thing and how, it's like you can go up a couple thousand feet and it's a whole different terrain, and you can go down a couple thousand feet and they can make so many different varietals that it's really amazing when you think about it in California.
Yeah, it's very unique. And at Baker Family Wines, it's we used to say that we were ABC winery, anything but Chardonnay, anything but Cabernet. And I'll tell you, when we started producing this Cabernet in honor of Mr. Aaron, I wouldn't believe what my colleagues were telling me. I thought you guys were anything but this. And I said, yeah, but if you find the right vineyard,
Right.
that's the right fruit for us, because we're all about unique. We do Sauvignon Blanc, we do Semillon, we do Syrah, Zinfandels. We've done Barbera, Petit Syrah, Sangiovese. So we do a lot of different things, and then we work on blends and stuff. But this
can I ask you a quick question? As a winemaker, do you think, and are you inspired by what other winemakers are doing and go, hey, I think I can do a version of that? Or do you,
absolutely.
And so that it kind of inspires you and you go, okay, well, hey, I can do a Cabernet, I see that. And if I can get the right grapes to make that happen, I believe I can make a really, really good product.
Yeah. So I'm constantly tasting my colleagues' products. Travel to Europe, I taste that style. Our style is more Eurocentric.
Right.
It's more acid forward with this fruit and tannin background there to try and give it the trifecta of flavors that I feel are most important in the winemaking. And so this particular wine here, this is 100% Cabernet.
Oh, wow.
And so we're able to hang the fruit on this in this vineyard into October.
Okay.
So that we can sort of move away from the more vegetal or pyrazine or bell pepper types of flavors and aromas that are they're not bad in Cabernet, but we'll hang them a little bit longer so that the sunlight can actually reduce those to some extent and really mature the fruit.
And so you get the full taste instead of kind of that partial season taste, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't cut the season short.
Right.
Yeah, sort of like last baseball season.
You're stretching it out to 9 innings.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Yeah. Could go extra innings.
Could go extra innings in a given year, if it's not
Could be
raining.
a walk-off.
Yeah.
Could be a walk-off.
Yes,
And,
there you go.
Well, all the baseball metaphors we can use. Hope you don't mind.
No, not at all. Some of them I won't know anything about, but that's okay.
And I think what's great, and once again, is you guys are locally here. You guys are in West Sacramento, easy to visit, and that's kind of the beverage district that you guys are in. That's kind of what they're calling it these days?
Yeah, it is. Of course, we've got a couple of wineries in Midtown, and you've got the sugar mill there, but we are the only winery sort of nestled in this beverage district of West Sacramento. Down the street is Jack Rabbit Brewing, Campus Brewing around the corner, and of course, Bike Dog right next door. Right. And so I would say a good 80 to 85% of our customers are within 5 miles.
Oh, wow.
They're
So
riding their
real
bicycle,
local.
they're taking ride share over here. It's
walking
local.
down the street,
Yeah, we got about 150 members in our wine club.
Wow.
You look at the addresses, it's all West Sacramento. It's a pickup situation. And
wow.
So really, since moving to Sacramento, there's been a lot of love and support for the Baker family name.
Well, I think that's great, and I think that's being the local winery or whatever, you can get that local fan base, in the wine club and customers coming in and trying out your wines, right? And that's important, right? To grow that, grow that fan base for your wines. And
Yeah.
how can folks come and visit you guys? I know a lot of wineries you have to make an appointment now, and hey, Saturday at 12 o'clock I'll be there, and wine flights and that sort of thing. How are you guys working it?
Well, it's in reopening. We had a lot of discussions with the Bike Dog folks and what we would do. So we're open Wednesday through Sunday.
Okay.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're open from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Okay.
And then Saturday, Sunday from noon to 6 p.m. Or if it's pretty busy at 6, then we'll extend those hours there. It's first come, first serve.
Okay.
In the age of COVID, we keep our tables socially distanced. They're more than 6 feet apart. We ask people to wear their mask when they're coming up to order at
Makes
the
sense.
bar. Just keep your parties to a minimum, and 6 people or less. And it's worked out really, really well since we've reopened, and people respect that we're taking care of our staff just as much as we're trying to take care of our customers.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think you guys are doing the right thing. It sounds like, and you said you have tents and heating that if it gets a little chilly, people can sit under those tents and have a glass of wine.
And on that really cold day, I might sort of break out the Glühwein.
Okay.
Which is, you know anything about Glühwein?
I do not.
Okay, well, Glühwein, if you've ever been to Germany in the wintertime, so they have these Christmas markets.
Okay.
And they're all outdoors, and it could be raining, it could be snowing, it could be blustery, but they have these, it's basically, it's a Christmas market, it's a vendor's market.
Okay.
So, if you go into a souvenir shop, I mean, I affectionately call them crap deluxe stores.
Right.
So there's a lot of that going on, but they also have these that are dedicated to wine and food and even beer, but the wine part of it is Glühwein is a hot mulled wine.
Okay.
And this is something that comes out of the 70s and the 80s.
Sure.
I'm showing my age here, but it's really fun to walk around these, and you get a cup of this warm wine, nice alcoholic drink, and it could be snowing, it could be raining, but
it warms you up.
It warms you up. You're feeling good. So you might even find some of that, on some of these colder days.
Well, you never know, right?
Yeah. And people wonder, well, golly, West Sacramento. Why would I want to go to a winery in West Sacramento when I've got Napa, when I've got Amador or El Dorado, or even Lodi to our south there?
Right.
I mean, because we're local, and you'll probably meet the winemaker. You might even meet Dusty himself.
Right.
And we sort of, we want people to learn about wine, but you really don't have to know anything about wine to come on in and enjoy it. It's like, let me have this. Why do I like this wine?
Right. Well, and that's all of what we've tried to do with this podcast and our Rex on the Road segments from local wineries is show people you can drink wine, okay, and you can like it just because you like it. You don't have to know that this tannin and it's fruit forward, and you can just go, I enjoy this wine, and boy, was my dinner better because I had this wine. It really accented everything that I had.
Yeah, I've got a master's degree in winemaking, and then after going through a 2-year program in this master's at UC Davis, the sensory scientist professor, on basically the last day of class, she says, and get out there in the world and just understand the best bottle of wine is a wine that you like at a price point that you can afford.
Yeah, simple. Huh? Yeah, it's pretty simple. I think people sometimes try to make it complicated, not complimented.
Yeah.
Complicated in the sense of you kind of overthink it. Hey, if you like this wine, and it's all about that experience that you had with that glass of wine, and you liked it, and then you want to remember so you can get it again, and you build a relationship with that glass, right? Yeah. Thanks for joining us. Chick, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. Baker Family Wines in West Sacramento. What's a website that folks can check out?
BakerFamilyWines.com.
Okay,
So we have a store there. We can ship anywhere in California, Minnesota, D.C., Florida, other states. We have to work some other kinds of arrangements, but just check us out. Gives us our little story, and we'd love to see you out there.
It's the local winery in West Sacramento, and we invite you to check it out. Owned by Dusty Baker and Chick, and it's a local winery. And support local winemakers when you can. Thanks so much, Chick.
There you go. Thanks, Rex.
All right.
Pleasure.
We'll catch you next time on the Rex Show podcast.
Beautiful.